So what's going on, YouTube? So trying out this new software here, this Bandicam. I know the little image is going to be at the top of the screen, so I apologize for that. Also, I can't seem to find my microphone all of a sudden, so excuse the sound. Hopefully, it's clear enough for you to understand. But what I'm gonna do today is go over the first step in starting your cleaning business, which is the first step as in any business, which is your business plan. So before we take any action, we want to plan first. So again, first I want to thank you for watching this video, buying this video, and here we go. So the first thing you want to do is go to Google and type in business plan template. Gotta excuse me there. Alright, now this is what I do when I do my business plan from scratch. And I simply go to images because I don't need them to tell me how to do it. I already know how to do it. And all you do, I like this one right here because it gives you, let me see if we can get that a little bit bigger image there. And it gives you a breakdown. Basically, all your business plan is going to be is an outline. It's an outline of everything, the whole rundown of your business in simple form. Alright, so you start out with the executive summary. That's usually the basis for all business plans. And that's basically like what it says in the executive summary. It's the summary of your business. Sometimes you can even put a graph in there, and I'll show you that later in this video. And so in the executive summary, you just go over stuff. You got the company, and then they got the little sub points under that particular area. Then same thing here: product, service, industry analysis, market analysis. All right, so it's pretty simple, and all you do is you just fill in the blanks in the outline. This is your header of the outline. That's you fill that in. Company, ownership and legal structure. Fill in the blank. Location. Fill in the blank. You know what I mean? And go so on and on. And so I'll show you my first ever business plan that I wrote when I was 19 years old, trying to get a loan so I can buy a cleaning franchise. Hopefully the name of the company, well, it is showing, but hopefully y'all know that. So anyway, this is the plan I did when I was 19. I started off with my executive summary, and it goes on. I'm looking at my notes here to see exactly what I wanted to include to make sure you had. Let's see here. So yeah, this was for bank loan purposes. That's why it's pretty. It's not long, but you know, the couple pages is pretty decent. I think altogether, yeah, it's 11 pages. So is a decent length, and so I went into detail because I wanted to take it to I took it to SunTrust, and I got denied. The guy really liked it. He was so impressed with the fact that I put this together. He couldn't believe I did it myself. So, but he couldn't give it to me because I had no collateral. I owned nothing. I didn't even have credit yet. You know what I mean? So he wasn't able to do it. He tried to give me a little line of credit, a little credit card or something, but I didn't want to do it, and I got frustrated. But eventually, I did save up the money to put down on the smallest package. So that's that. But when you do your plan, if you don't plan on going to buy a franchise with a loan, and you plan on coming out of pocket, you don't need 11 pages. You can use 1 or 2 pages. You can do it however long or short you want to do it because it's for you. And that's what you got to remember. This plan is for you. It's not for you to show off. It's not for you. If you're not going to go get a loan, you're just using this business plan as an outline to run your business off. So I'm going to break down each section that I did. So the executive summary, and I basically put a cleaning franchise that creates jobs, helps the economy, blah, blah. And I'm trying to sell it because, like I said, I was going to apply for a loan, but I really did want to do these things. I really do want to create jobs, help the economy, generate profit, and all of this type of stuff. So, and I also included in this that the good thing about a franchise is that you could you get that starting customer base. So that's what you got there. So, but anyway, like my computer's slowing down. I probably got too much running. Alright, there it is. Alright, so then you go on to your mission statement. And I say my franchise targets great customer service, expertise, blah, blah. And so again, you guys that purchase this series, you're not interested in the franchise, but it's the same deal. You just say my business or so-and-so LLC targets great customer service, expertise, and cleaning, and all of that. And it's so simple. That's all you got to do. And where did I get this information from? Right here. right here. I just sat there and I looked at, and also what you can do if you want to get even more specific, you can look for the particular business plan that you're trying to write. Look for the particular one, like daycare business plan, or as you're doing, clean the business plan. Type it into Google, and you're probably going to see an exact example of what you need to do. You just take out their information and replace it with yours. All right. So then you go on to company and ownership, location. Now, this was about Coverall when I first got in. I just go ahead and tell you now, I was with Coverall when I was 19. I'm not with them now. So it was, well, when the Coverall was founded, 1985, blah blah blah. And so that was a little bit about them because my company wasn't actually established yet. And so for your situation, if you're starting from scratch, you probably want to say company ownership and location. You just simply state who you are. If you have a partner, you state a little bit about them, where you'll be located at. If it's a home office, state your home office. You can state what you will have in the home office, if you have any storage space located, maybe the garage or however you want to do it. But it's just for, like I said, this is for you. This is for you, and unless you're going to get a loan, then this is for you. And if you're going to get a loan, dress it up a little bit more, but it's still the same thing. It's for you and it's for the bank, so the bank can understand what you're doing. So then after that, you go on down to right here. I included the package. This was the package level I got highlighted. I was trying to buy in 9,000 down, $3,000 a month. Those packages changed. That's not the same now. I don't know if that's even accurate, so do not quote me on that. Coverall, please don't sue me on that because I'm going to fight it in court and I'm going to beat it. But anyway, so we move on to products and services. Expertise, various cleaning needs, blah blah. So you go down to what you're going to sell, what services you're going to offer, and so on. On to the next thing, competitive comparison. And so this is where you go into the competition, which is plenty of in this business. So with you starting from scratch, what you want to do is you want to say that your competition is all of the franchisers, the Jani-King, the Coverall, the Jan Pro, the Janitize, the Anago, the Vanguard. All of them can go in this section. You don't need to put the small guys in this section because nobody really knows them anyway. So put the big guys there, and then you want to talk about how horrible their reputation is because most of them do have bad reputations. Now you want to talk about how you're dedicated as a as a business owner, not as a franchise owner, so you have more at stake. You're not because basically some people look at franchise owners as employees, almost like contracted employees. So you can kind of bend that a little bit and swerve it in your favor. You could say how you're dedicated to their satisfaction, and you don't underbid, blah blah blah. You give them what they pay for. You know what I mean? You kind of sell that a little bit and show why your company is more superior to the big guys. Maybe they don't go into detail as you do when you clean because they're the big guys. You know, the small guys usually do offer better service. It's usually a little bit more, but it's better service because they're smaller, so they got more to lose. You know what I mean? They got more to work for. They're trying to prove something. All right, so then you go down to your keys to success, and then you list what your keys are going to be to maintain all of the things that you just stated above. All right, so on to the next thing. Monthly progression strategy. Now this is what was cool about this business plan is I actually broke down month by month, I think over a 3-year span, exactly how I was going to grow and when I was going to grow. As far even included employees. So I said, and this, even though this has a lot of flaws in it now that I know that I'm in the business, but the good thing about it was the fact that I did start to make a plan, and that's what it's about. You have to have something. Then once you get into the business, you see it's not what you thought it was going to be. You go back and you tweak. But if you have nothing to go back to, then you basically planning to fail because you failed to plan. So here I put there will be a startup income of $3,000 per month, gross income, minus the $300 loan equals $2,700 personal income. Now that's completely false because that $3,000 a month back then I didn't know. Apparently when I did this business plan I didn't read the fine print yet. But even though that's the gross number, I also got to take out the 15% for, or whatever the percentage is for that company, the insurance fee that they charge, and all of that. So, and then I was saying no employees here. Then once I got up to, where am I? I was also going to go back and buy additional account for $1,200. All right. So sorry about that. Apparently, you can only do 10 minutes of video on this demo version. I got cut short there. I was going to, but anyway. So, well, basically, what I was just saying, well, I was going over to the monthly breakdown or whatever. So now I'm down here at month 14, and I grew up the business. Blah blah blah. So the point is this: you want to show your monthly breakdown and your progression strategy. You want to show your plan to grow. And so that's pretty much the whole plan. The majority of the plan is actually the progression strategy. And this is key right here, because after everything is finished, I added in my notes. But so just showing little special notes to keep in mind as you're looking at that progression strategy. But most importantly is the table of contents is at the bottom. Now when I print it, of course, I'll put the table of contents at the top. But the reason why the table of contents is at the bottom is because you can't create a table of contents if before you write the plan, because you don't know where everything is going to be. You know what I mean? Like, you got page breaks when you're typing and you don't know where everything is going to end up. So that's why you do your table of contents last. You use, like, you see right here I have 1.1 executive summary, 1.2. See how this will go is you do 1 executive summary, 2 objectives, 3 blah blah blah, and then so once you get to, say if you have a step 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.3 and then you go to 2, you can't do those sub steps until you finish the plan, because you don't know where they're going to be. But what you do is you write executive summary 1, objectives 2, mission 3, and so on. So that way you can use that as your outline to fill in first, and that way you can have a guide. Then once you're done at the end, you go back and actually number them the way that they are in the actual plan, because you won't know where they are. So hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna let you guys look at the second business plan that I did when I was 22 years old. This was for my first barbershop that I told y'all about. The video title of that I told everybody about it was how to start a business with $100 if you're interested in hearing about it. But anyway, obviously I did this in May 2010. The name of the company was Styles Incorporated. So this one is a little bit more animated because I used Microsoft Publisher for this one. I just used regular old Microsoft Word on the other one, but I used Publisher for this one. They have built-in templates for you already in there, so you just go back and you fill in the information. So that's even easier for you. So you notice in this executive summary, I have my graph included, like I was stating earlier. You know, so, and it just shows you everything, our mission, our motto. And see, the mission in this business plan is actually included inside the executive summary. And it has the motto and everything. It shows the highlights, get you right to the number, just take a quick glance at what you're doing. So it shows you my gross, my expenses, my net income, and then the income for the person who I was trying to persuade, who owned the actual barbershop building. I was trying to persuade her into letting me do it, and I was showing her, look, you always make more than I do off of this. You know what I mean? So it was a 3-year plan, and that's how I broke it down. And so you can make yours out for 5 years, 10 years, or 1 year, but it's all up to you how you want to do it. Alright? Alright, I got my keys to success at the top right here. Then the company summary. You know what I mean? I'm telling them about everything that we do, my plan, where it's going to be located, how big the lot is that the property sits on. Then I go to my startup summary. This is key. I advise you to include this in your plan. Put the startup summary so you can see exactly how much everything costs to start up. What you're going to need, your local business license, your articles of incorporation. That fee is probably a lot higher now. I know at least in my state it already is higher, and I know in some other states I heard your articles of organizational incorporation could be as high as I think I heard $300 down in Texas. So it could be more. But and by the way, articles of incorporation is when you're doing a corporation. I did a corporation for my barbershop because I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted the ink at the name of my name, so I wanted Styles Incorporated. So that's the only reason I made it the entity of corporation. I had no idea about all the stipulations that come with corporations, so you need to make sure you research that. But an article of organization is for LLC. So that's the difference between the articles of incorporation and the articles of organization, and they may cost different. All right. The next thing, your business license, or in this case, I am a barbershop, but the paying everything. So basically, I'm breaking down how much everything costs. So you want to break down your supplies, your business license, your articles of organization, or if you're doing sole proprietorship, you want to do the cost of your fictitious name filing, your business. I already said business license, but you know everything that you need. If you want to do insurance from the very beginning, you want to put the down payment in maybe a couple of months in advance down for that. If you have a vehicle and you need to put business coverage, auto insurance on your vehicle for your business, you need to put that down. I recommend that you don't get any insurance until you get some accounts. Now, if your account asks to see proof of insurance, that's when you tell them you'll send it to them. Then you go back, hurry up, get some insurance, and then scan it or and print in the email or however you want to do it and send it to the customer. But I recommend that you wait until you get some income coming in before you go out spending money. And so that's why I'm still at a standstill trying to figure out, do I still want to put the equipment first, or do I want to go out and get accounts first? Because if you go out and get the account first and then the account is ready to clean and they say, all right, can you start Monday, and now it's Wednesday and you don't know where to go to get your supplies, then you know that might make you look bad, and you might not be the type that want to go hire a subcontractor. Versus if, but on the other hand, I don't want you to go out and buy all of this stuff and never get a contract because you weren't fully dedicated, and then you sitting around with $1,000 worth of stuff at your house. You know what I mean? That you're trying to sell off for Craigslist now because you changed your mind. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to advise you to go and get your equipment first. But we'll get down to that in a later episode. So. And if you look at this plan, I got my marketing strategy, and I'm talking to everything, all of the promotion strategy. And this one is a lot more in depth. I like this plan a little better because, like I said, the illustrations is key. It has a financial plan, that's key. That's basically the same thing as the growth strategy on my other plan. So you just kind of play with it. I didn't even finish this one. That was the furthest I got on this one. It probably explains why that shop didn't last that long, because I didn't plan that well. But anyway. So that's all you really need to do. So what I recommend you guys doing before you even get started on your business plan is, number one, you need to Google and research, and this is for any business, starting any business. You need to understand the difference between an LLC, a corporation, a partnership, a sole proprietorship, and all of the other types of business entities, so that way you can understand which one you need to pick for your business whenever you do a business. And some people always say refer to your attorney and so on. I say it's all out there on Google. Research it, compare it, and it's different. You got to look at several articles because a lot of them going to describe it differently, but you can kind of mix and match it together and bring it to a conclusion of what actually includes what. Now, of course, you can go and consult with your attorney if you have to, if you have one. But most people can't afford one, so that's why I say just use Google, do some research, and figure it out. So you definitely need to know the difference between entities. You need to know how to file for a tax ID number, which is simply going online. But anyway, that's the next video. I'll show you guys about that. But the main thing is get your business plan. The main thing you need to know in this business plan is how much is it going to cost you, and how much are you going to bring back. Simple. That's really what it comes down to. How much is it costing you to do business? How much are you profiting from the business? Period. That's all it is. And there's a guide for you to use as you're running the business throughout the business. So that's my time. I see I'm approaching the 20-minute mark. But I thank you guys for purchasing this video. I hope it was able to be of some help to you. And if you have any questions, especially you guys on this video because you purchased it, so I definitely have to go out my way to help you. If you need help with your business plan, let me know. I'll do the best I can. And thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, purchasing. And you'll see me next time. Or maybe you'll see my screen again. So, but anyway, thank y'all.